Hello children, how are you all? I hope all are fine. Are you attending the classes regularly? Yes, very good. You should attend the classes regularly, then only you will be very familiar to the subject. Today we are going to know about our environment. What is our environment? In the previous class we learned what is our environment. The things around us is our environment. They may be living or non-living things. All the things around us make our environment. So in the environment, if you see most of the things, mainly we can divide the things into plants and animals. All the living things divided into two parts, plants and animals. Now we are going to know about plants today. Okay, today our lesson is about growing plants. Growing plants. Growing plants. Our lesson is about growing plants. Plants. From the plants we are getting many things. Whatever you see, food items. If you want to make idli, chapati, dosa, means where are the ingredients coming from? The main ingredients are coming from plants. Okay, today we are going to know about growing plants. How do plants grow? You can see your mother or father will go to market, means they will bring some vegetables, right? So in that vegetables, some of they may be flowers. For example, cauliflower, and some of maybe leaves, spinach. These are all leaves, and fruits, tomato. Okay, brinjal. These are all comes under fruits. And some of the stems. Stems means, you know, potato and ginger. Many of you think potato and ginger are roots. Why? Because they are growing under the ground. They will become under, what are the roots? But it is wrong, children. Potato and ginger comes under stem. For example, I will tell you. First one, leaves. Leaves we are using as vegetable. Spinach. Example, spinach. Stems. Stem we are using as vegetable. Potato and ginger. Next, flower. Flowers, cauliflower. And broccoli. And fruits we are using. What are the fruits? Tomato, brinjal. We are using these parts of the plants, we are using as vegetables. Leaves, spinach and amaranthus also. Stem we are using potato, ginger are stems of the plants. And flower, cauliflower and broccoli we are using as vegetable. Fruits means tomato, brinjal and lady's finger, these are all comes under fruits. We are using as vegetables too. Then how these new plants are growing, we are going to know. We are going to learn today. What is that? How these plants are growing. Okay, let us see. These plants, mainly from where all the plants are coming, do you know? Yes, seeds. If we plant a seed, and we will get a new plant. Most of the plants are coming from seeds. Okay, now let us see the parts of the seed. What are the parts seed is having, let us see. Okay. Let us see, where do plants are coming from? Plants are amazing, and most of the plants comes from the seeds, right? From the seeds we get the new plants. Now let us see the bean seed and its structure. Okay. This is a bean seed. You can see the brown outer layer. You can see brown cover. You can see, and this is called seed coat. What is this, children? Seed coat. And what is its use? Seed coat protects the seed from damages. Seed coat protects the seed from damages. Now, if we open the bean seed, we can see the two parts here. Okay, here two parts we can see. If we open the bean seed into two parts, and these two are called cotyledons. These are called cotyledons. And here you can see a small baby plant. Here you can see a small baby plant. After getting air, warmth and water, this baby plant grows into a new plant. And what are the function of these cotyledons and this seed coat? Seed coat protects the seed, and cotyledons, they are thick and they are containing food for the baby plant. These cotyledons nourish this baby plant to grow. Till then, these provide food for the baby plant. Okay. Now, let us see what is now. Let us see how do these plants become into a new plant. It becomes into a new plant by a process called germination. Children, this is a new word. See, germination. What is germination? The process by which a seed becomes into a new plant is called germination. The process by which a seed becomes into a new plant is called germination. Then what are the requirements a seed needs to grow into a baby plant or a plant? Let us see. A seed needs air, water and warmth. A seed needs air, water and warmth to get into a new plant. Now, let us see the stages involved in the germination of a seed. How a seed becomes into a plant. Let us see and learn the drawing also. Okay. See, here this is a soil. In the soil, if we place a seed into a soil, see, after getting air, water and little warmth, it needs little warmth. These three things a seed needs. The outer covering part means seed coat. We can see seed coat here. After soaking in water and absorbing water, the seed coat through a small pore. Here it will be a small pore. By this pore it will take the water, and after a few days, this seed coat breaks, and it takes the water and it breaks. And here we can see a small baby plant will be growing. Small baby plant will be growing. And here you can see a small root system also. You can see a small root system also will be next. After that, after taking the food from these cotyledons, this baby plant slowly grows into a big plant. See, this is shoot system, and it develops shoot system above the soil. And here a small root system also will be developed. This is root. And in the next stage, these cotyledons, food will be taken by this baby plant. Total food will be taken by the baby plant. Here you can see the root system and here shoot system. Above the soil you can see the shoot system, and below the soil the root system you can see. See, this is the first stage, second stage and third stage, and this is the finally we will get a new plant. During the early stages of germination, the seedling gets the food required for its growth from the cotyledons. After the food stored in the cotyledons has been used up, leaves grow out of the seedlings and begin to prepare food. The seedling absorbs water and nutrients from the soil with the help of its roots. Air, which is required for germination, reaches the seed through pores in the soil. The seedling develops leaves and grows into a plant. That is why soil is so important for plant growth. We learned that plants are coming from seeds. And what will happen if you sow many seeds at some place? So many plants we get, no? Will all they be alive? No. Some of them may die because only some will be left and some can survive and others will die. Why? Why it will be happening like that? Let us see. All the plants they have competition with each other for food, for place and getting air, warmth, all the nutrients. They compete with each other, and which will be very strong, they only can survive and the weak ones will die. Okay, to avoid this problem, nature only declared that the scattering of seeds. What is the scattering of seeds? Scattering, going away. The seeds will be scattered, means going away to the far away places, means spreading of seeds. Scattering is nothing but spreading seeds. Spreading seeds to the far away places is known as dispersal of seeds. Dispersal of seeds. This is a new word, children. Dispersal. Dispersal means scattering away from far away places from the parent plant. Here you can see one plant and the seeds will be go away far away places. Go to the far away places, and this is called dispersal of seeds. Why it should be happen? Because before only we discussed, no, if it is not happen, all the plants at near the parent plant means what will happen? They will compete with each other and they will fight for nutrients and everything. Okay, so that they should be scattered away to the far away places, and this is called dispersal of seeds. See, this dispersal will be in some ways. It will be by the first one, dispersal of seeds. By air. Yeah. Here, air is an agent of dispersal of seeds. Some of the seeds very light. For example, dandelion and maple. These seeds are very light and easily they can carried away by the water because they have a structure, very light in structure, and they can carry from one place to another easily by air. And the second one, dispersal of seeds by water. The second method of dispersal is by water. Some of the seeds we can see coconut and lotus. Lotus is a water plant, no? And coconut also. Sometimes we can see the islands. Islands we can see the coconuts floating on the water, no? And they have a special structure to float on the water. They have spongy fiber. Coconut seeds we can see this spongy fiber will be there and it will help the coconut seed to float on the water. Okay, and another one is, first one is coconut and second one lotus. Lotus seeds also, they have spongy fibers to float on the water, and this water takes away these seeds to the far away places. That's why there are no trees, no coconut trees in the banks, in the beach side, no. Far away island also we can see coconut plants because water is taking away the seeds to the far away places. This is the second method of dispersal of seeds by water. And third one, let us see the third one, dispersal of seeds by animals. Dispersal of seeds by animals. Animals. Sometimes no animals will go. Means seeds, they have spines and hooks. Cockleburr, for example, cockleburr, they have spines and hooks. The seeds have spines and hooks, but animals going there. And other type also I will explain. These cockleburr seeds have spines and hooks. And they stuck to the body of the animal, and the animal will go somewhere, means there it will be placed and a new plant will grow. So by the animal, the seeds are spreading by the animal. This is dispersal of seed by animals. And another example, sometimes in the wild animal, in the forest we can see animals are eating fruits and throwing the seeds somewhere, and there it will be, we can see the new plant. Birds also will take this chance to scatter the seeds away from the parent plant. Okay, now let us see the other method of dispersal of seeds. The fourth one is explosion. Explosion means breaking the fruits and scattering the seeds away. For example, peas, beans. When they are ripened, they explode and scatter the seeds in all the directions. This is called explosion. For example, peas and beans, the fruits of peas and beans, when they are ripened, and they will be open and scattered into all the directions. This is explosion.